Our next reaction is decomposition reaction. First of all, we will do a definition of the decomposition reaction. Decomposition reactions are those reactions in which one reactant splits up into two or more than two products. Okay, decomposition means breakdown. Breakdown, this is one molecule of the reactant, it will split and form two or more than two products. So yes, this is an example of decomposition. Decomposition means breakdown. So yes, only one reactant will present in the beginning, but product will be two or more than two. So these kind of reactions are known as decomposition reaction. It can be further classified into three types of the chemical reactions. One is photodecomposition. Photodecomposition means breakdown of the reactant molecule takes place in the presence of light. Next one is the thermal decomposition. Thermal decomposition means breakdown of the reactant molecule takes place in the presence of heat. And last one is the electrical decomposition, means the breakdown of the reactant molecule takes place in the presence of electricity. So one by one we will discuss all these three reactions in detail. So our first reaction is photodecomposition reaction, that is in the presence of. So here we are having first type of decomposition reaction, that is photodecomposition reaction, means the reactant molecule splits up into two or more than two products in the presence of light. So yes, the best example for this is silver chloride. This example is present in the NCERT book also, and this example is very important because it is asked many times in various types of the questions, sometimes in pre-board, sometimes in board, sometimes in terminal exams. So many times this question come in the exam. So yes, silver chloride, when we are keeping the silver chloride as it is in the sunlight, means I filled the silver chloride in a bottle and I kept the bottle in the sunlight, then what will happen? After some time, the decomposition in the presence of light, means photodecomposition takes place, and this silver chloride will splits up into silver and chlorine gas. This silver chloride initially was white in color, but after some time we will see that the blackish grayish color will formed. So that means what? Silver is formed now. So which kind of question will come? In exams, generally this kind of question is come like, why we are keeping silver chloride bottles in dark room or dark area? Like opposite of that question is what? Why we are not keeping silver chloride bottles in direct sunlight or in the bright light room? So why we are not keeping this in light? So answer is what? This kind of question generally come in 2 marks question. So first of all you have to say that photodecomposition takes place and this silver chloride will splits up into silver and chlorine. For second marks you have to write the chemical equation, and equation will be like this only. You have to write each and everything. Silver chloride solid, then silver solid and chlorine gas will form. You have to balance the equation and you have to write the names of the compounds and what kind of observation you have observed, that white color will change into grey color, blackish grayish color. So you can write. So yes, all these things you have to write in the chemical equation. If you will write these things in a chemical equation, then you will get whole 2 marks. First marks is for this photodecomposition and second marks is for this chemical reaction. So yes, these kind of questions generally asked in the paper. Now likewise, one or more examples we are having same example. Here just we have changed the chlorine gas with the bromine gas. So what will happen if we are keeping the silver bromine in the sunlight? Silver bromide, sorry. So yes, when we are keeping silver bromide in the sunlight, then what will happen? Again photodecomposition will take place and this breakdown into silver and bromine gas. Again this silver is blackish grayish or grayish whitish in color. So yes, these kind of observation we will observe, and here only decomposition you can't write. Again I am saying only decomposition means it's wrong. You have to write the photodecomposition because this reactant splits up only in the presence of light, not in the presence of heat or not in the presence of electricity. So you have to write both of these words, photodecomposition. Okay, so yes, this is about the photo decomposition reaction. Next type of decomposition is thermal decomposition, means splitting up of the reactant molecule in the presence of heat. And I told you heat symbol is this triangle. So I have written here this triangle. So yes, first reaction is this calcium carbonate. We made in the previous reaction only. That's why I didn't write the name here, but you have to write the name every time whenever you are writing the reaction in the exam. Okay. So yes, calcium carbonate when get the heat, then it will splits up into calcium oxide and this carbon dioxide. Okay, so yes, here one reactant molecule splits up into two product molecules, so that's why it is an example of decomposition reaction, and this process is taking place in the presence of heat, so it is an example of thermal decomposition reaction. Okay, so yes, two more examples I have written here. These examples are very important. Many times the question came on these two reactions. Only two reactions are there. Number of questions will be formed on these two reactions. So yes, these two reactions are very important. I am telling you once again. So yes, first reaction is what? When we are giving heat to this ferrous sulfate molecule, which is solid in nature, ferrous sulfate powder actually we are having. So yes, when we are giving heat to this ferrous sulfate, then what will happen? Actually, initially it is green in color. So yes, what kind of observation we will observe? Obviously, we are providing the heat in this reaction, so it is an endothermic reaction. And we will see this green color compound will turns into brown color compound along with the efflorescence, along with the production of the gas. Actually, we will not see efflorescence in this case. Here we will observe the rotten egg-like smell, like sewerage smell. Very bad smell will come in this particular reaction. So yes, these kind of observation we will observe. First observation is this green color will turns into brown color. Second thing is gases will evolve which are having the rotten egg-like smell. Okay, so yes, what are the products formed in this reaction? This reaction you have to learn. In this ferrous sulfate will change into ferric oxide, which is brown in color, along with the production of SO2 and SO3, sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide, both are colorless in nature. Okay, so yes, colorless gas will form. So how the question will form on this reaction? How the question will come during the exam on this particular reaction? Actually, what is happened in the question, the examiner will give you one compound which is green in color. After getting the heat, it transformed into brown color compound along with the production of some gas. So tell me the compound which is green in color, tell me the compound which is brown in color, and name the gases which are, name the gas or gases which are evolved in this particular case along with the chemical equation. So yes, first one is ferrous sulfate, which is green in color. Then is ferric oxide, which is brown in color, and the gases evolved are colorless, which are sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide. And afterwards you have to write this equation. So this equation is extremely important. I will show you the video regarding the same equation after this equation. After explaining this equation, I will show you the video of both the equations, how they will perform in the laboratory. Okay. So yes, this equation is important. Again, the last equation is very important. So here in this case, we are having one compound which is colorless, lead nitrate. When we are supplying heat to this lead nitrate, then it will turns into it will gives the yellow PPT along with the production of brown color gas. So yes, what is happening in this reaction? It is endothermic in nature. Second observation is yellow PPT will form. Third observation will be brown color gas will evolve. One more observation is there. Here oxygen is present. Now it's a time to do the test for this oxygen. So yes, I will explain after a minute. So yes, here in this case these many things had happened. So yes, this lead nitrate is colorless in nature. It will transform into lead monoxide, which is giving yellow PPT, along with the production of the gas nitrogen dioxide, which is brown color gas, and one more gas is there, that is oxygen, which is colorless in nature. You have to write the equation, you have to write the names of the chemical compounds, and you have to balance the chemical equation too. You have to balance the chemical equation, otherwise examiner can cut your marks. Okay, so yes, this is the chemical reaction. I will show you the video regarding the same. But before that, I will tell you the test how to detect the oxygen gas in a chemical reaction. Okay. So yes, first of all, I will tell you this, and afterwards I will show you the video. Yes. In case of hydrogen, I told you, when we are bringing the burning matchstick near the test tube, burning match matchstick near the test tube from which hydrogen is evolved, then a sound will come which is pop sound. Okay, but in case of oxygen, if any experiment is going on in the test tube from which oxygen is evolved, if we are burning a matchstick near it, it is just stop burning. जो अभी अभी बुझी है, थोड़ा सा उसमें स्प्लिंट है, रेड कलर का जो फ्लेम सा हल्का सा नहीं होता वो जो मैचस्टिक के ऊपर, वो अभी भी यहाँ पर हल्का सा है. When we are bringing this kind of matchstick near the test tube, then it will relight again. वो दोबारा जलने लग जाएगी. So this is the test, confirmatory test for the presence of this oxygen gas. And in the last experiment, we will bring this kind of matchstick near the test tube, then it will relight again. Otherwise we can bring the incense sticks also. Incense stick means agarbatti. We can bring the incense stick near this test tube, then again it will relight. So that means oxygen gas is also produced along with this brown color gas. So these were the observation. Yeah, these are the observation we will observed in this particular case. Now enjoy the video regarding these two reactions. These two reactions are very important. So always keep in mind these reactions along with their performance. अभी ये वीडियो देखने के बाद आपको माइंड में भी क्लैरिटी हो जाएगी how these reactions generally happened.
So today we are here for the decomposition reaction of ferrous sulfate solution. We are putting this ferrous sulfate powder in a test tube. Now we are going to burn this powder. Initially the ferrous sulfate powder turns colorless because it is losing the water of crystallization. Then it starts turning into next color, that is brown color. Along with the production of some gases, we can easily detect these gases as they are having rotten egg-like smell. So this is the decomposition reaction. Now our next decomposition reaction is thermal decomposition of lead nitrate. Here we have put this colorless lead nitrate into the test tube and heat it. Then it will heat with a crackling sound which you are not observing here as the sound is not there. We will do this activity in our lab. So you can see that the colorless or white color powder turns into yellow color along with the production of the gas. Here you have to do one precaution, that as this gas is dangerous in nature, or all the gases are dangerous in nature, so while performing these kind of activities in the lab, you have to tilt the test tube like this, and you have to keep away the mouth of the test tube away from your mouth, so that any of the gas will release, then it will not affect your skin. So these kind of precautions you have to take One or further precautions what you can take are, you have to wear the lab coat, gloves, eyeglass while doing any kind of these experiments in the lab. Now we are putting the incense stick in this particular test tube. So what we will observe? We will observe that this incense stick will relights. So that means oxygen also is releasing in this particular case. So what are the observations here? First observation is change in color. White lead nitrate turns into yellow color lead oxide. Next is brown fumes originates from the test tube due to the evolution of nitrogen dioxide gas. Next is glowing stick reignites. That means presence of oxygen is there. And the chemical equation is this one.
So our next and last type of decomposition reaction is electrical decomposition, means reactant splits up in the presence of electricity. So only one example is given in this chapter in NCERT. This is an example. Water can be transformed again into hydrogen and oxygen in the presence of electricity. Actually, generally water forms with the hydrogen and oxygen, but in electrical decomposition, water, one reactant splits up into hydrogen and oxygen, two products in the presence of an electricity. So this is a setup regarding the electrolysis process, how the electrolysis takes place. This is one bottle whose bottom is removed already, in which I placed something, coke we can say, which is having two holes in it. In these two holes, carbon generally made up of graphite, is placed as an electrode which is generally connected with the electricity for the reaction. So yes, these are the electrodes made up of the carbon graphite, which are connected with the battery having the 6-volt supply. This is the negative terminal of the battery and this is the positive terminal of the battery. Negative terminal means cathode, positive terminals mean anode. So I will write here. This is cathode and this is anode. So yes, cathode and anode. Anode means positive terminal, cathode means negative terminal. So yes, this is the water, and in which we have added a small amount of sulfuric acid. Why we have added the sulfuric acid? Because it will enhance the conducting power of this water. How it will enhance? We will explain in detail in the acids and bases second chapter. So yes, right now we just know that we are adding sulfuric acid just to increase the conductivity of this solution. Okay. So yes, whenever we will switch on, this is the stand to just give the balance to this setup. So yes, whenever we will switch off this battery, then what will happen? Electricity will pass through it, and after some time we will observe that some gases will collected here. So gases will collected here, and this bubble formation means production of the gases. And here we can see the volume is large and here the volume is small. It is just twice as volume than this. Just twice as this volume. So yes, water is having 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen. So obviously when it will break down, then it will produce hydrogen gas in double in amount than which produced is oxygen gas. Okay, because 2 atoms of hydrogen are present, 1 atom of oxygen is present. So production of hydrogen gas will be twice as fast than the production of oxygen gas. So the large volume is basically the volume of hydrogen, 2 volume. The small volume is the volume of oxygen, that is 1 volume. Hydrogen is just twice in volume than oxygen. ठीक है. So this kind of experiment I don't think so कि it will come as a 5 marks question. Generally question arises what कि hydrogen will produce at which electrode and oxygen will produce at which electrode. Generally question asked in this manner. तो hydrogen will produced at cathode and oxygen will produced at anode. Second question may arise like कि hydrogen and oxygen are produced. So which gas is twice in volume than which gas? So yes, here you come to know the answer. Hydrogen is twice in volume than oxygen. Okay. Third type of question can arise like कि we are getting the hydrogen in twice than in oxygen. It is by volume or by mass? This is very important question. So yes, it is produced by volume or by mass. So yes, यहाँ पे I will write by volume the gases are collected or by mass. So your answer is, we are seeing here the volume. So your answer is by volume we are collecting the hydrogen and oxygen, and hydrogen is twice in the volume than oxygen gas. So this reaction is again very important. I told you कि in this chapter you have to learn 8 to 10 reactions at all. In total whole chapter you have to learn 8 to 10 reactions. So this is one of the reaction from 8 to 10. Previous two reactions and earlier I told you which reaction is important. Those reactions you have to learn in this chapter. This is the first time you are going through with the reaction. The first time you will face difficulty in writing or learning the equation, but beta it's not a big deal. Till the end of the session you will be able to write all the reaction. But what you have to do for that, you have to keep writing the chemical equation without looking into the book. So these things you will, if you will do at least for 3 times, then many of the reaction you will learn automatically. Okay, so this is all about for today's lecture. In tomorrow's lecture we will do rest of the 3 equations, rest of the 3 kinds of chemical reactions. Thank you.
Now we are going to do our last reaction, that is electrolysis of water.
If electricity is used for decomposing a substance, it is called electrolysis. When electricity is passed through acidic water, it decomposes into oxygen and hydrogen gases. But water is a bad conductor of electricity. Therefore, a little salt or a little alkali is added to water for easy conduction of electricity. Dissolve a little quantity of acid in water. Pour the solution in an apparatus as shown here. Fill 2 test tubes with solution and see that no air bubbles are present. Invert these test tubes over the iron nails. These are called electrodes. Connect these outer electrodes to the positive and negative terminals of a battery. You can see that gases are produced in the 2 test tubes. After 30 minutes, examine the volume of each gas formed in the test tubes. Are the volumes of gases equal? Introduce a glowing splinter into the test tube in which less amount of gas is formed. The splinter burns brilliantly. Therefore, we can say this gas is oxygen. Introduce another glowing splinter into the test tube in which more volume of gas is formed, and observe it. This splinter is put out with a pop sound, but the gas burns with blue flame. Hydrogen possesses this property. Therefore, we can say that the gas present in this test tube is hydrogen. In this way, sending electricity through water and decomposing into oxygen and hydrogen is called electrolysis.